Okay, we are on AP site, right? AP and purchase orders. Okay, any doubts on yesterday class, right, guys? So and purchase orders, creation and settlements. Any doubts? Yes, best thing is so whenever class completed same day, try to practice it so that you don't miss anything. Otherwise, again, it will be difficult. You have to go through the videos and you have to work on that. If you practice same day, so that fresh mind you will have, right? So that's the reason I'm saying. Okay, new pivot. So yesterday we have created one purchase order, right? And so today we'll see how to so make one prepayment to vendors. Okay, so to make prepayment, so you need to create one prepayment category. Okay, so I'll go here. I'll go to my inventory management. I posting. This is the parameter level where you need to set up purchase order. And where is the prepayment? This is the prepayment. So here you need, okay, sorry, which is your entity? Tech Mahindra. Okay, go to purchase orders. Okay, prepayment, there is already one account is there, prepayment account, but you should have some category here, right? Take as category, and here, so just check if there is any prepayment category. There is a prepayment category. If you want to create new category, guys, just so right click here, or you can go to path as well. Okay, view details, and here just click new category. Here you can create new category as well. Also, so if you want to go through the path, you can go to path as well. You can go to again inventory management. Where is it? Okay, so procurement and sourcing. Here procurement categories. Here also you can create whatever the category you want. Okay, this is the first thing, and here I'll just define my category as prepayment. Okay, and I'll take some account procurement category. I'll save it. Purchase expenditure for product. This is fine. Let it. Okay, I'll save this one, and I'll go to my purchase order. I'll try to make prepayment to my advance payment to my vendors. Okay, I'll click new. I'll take one vendor. Okay, I'll select my warehouse and site, and I'll say okay. Same way, I'll just select my item quantity and price, all the details I'll fill as usual. Okay, so some 10 quantity, price is some 5,000, so 50,000 is my net amount. Now in this 50,000, what my so my supplier is asking, But so if I need to send this amount goods to you, you have to pay me, so in advance, so half of the amount you have to pay me as in advance. Okay, in that case, so you need to pay advance amount. Okay, so how you account that? Go here in the purchase, you have prepayment option. Okay, just click here, prepayment. Here as well, you can fill, so some prepayment and fixed amount, or so some percentage you want. So you can take both, so whatever you want, you can take it. I'll take some fixed amount, 25,000. Okay, and line, and take whatever the category you have been defined here, procurement prepayment category you have defined, right? And save it. Okay, and this is fine, and save it. And again, now what if I want to so remove this prepayment? Suppose I have entered some amount, but so later I realized so some no this amount, it's not actually 25,000, only 20,000 I wanted to pay. Then so you can remove this, you can enter this prepayment again. Okay, so I'll confirm this purchase order.
Rajshekar, before confirming or before posting, we can do anything, right?
Before we post, so we can remove this one. So once you posted the invoice, then you can't remove this prepayment. Okay,
Once we post it, the only option is reverse.
right. Okay, fine. I have confirmed this purchase order. I'll go to receipt list. I'll say okay. And product receipt. This will again go back to my goods. I'll go to my invoice. Sorry. Pro forma invoice. No, not pro forma invoice, guys. Don't get confused. By mistake, I just clicked here. You have to click on the prepayment invoice. Okay. Just a minute. Let's delete this pending invoices. Okay. Say just click on the prepayment invoice. Okay. And here say no, because so you're making so your prepayment invoice, right? You don't want to so take full amount. Okay, so then so you just cross verify all this information. You can see here the prepayment category has been selected and quantity is 1. Here there is no item and all, it's not been picked up. Okay, only prepayment category has been picked up, and so your amount has been picked up, and all this information just cross verify once and save it and update match status. Okay, my status is passed, and if you want to see the totals also, you can see the how the totals would be, invoice amount, subtotals. Okay, and then post this one. Okay, sorry, invoice number you need to define, right? Payment invoice. Okay, give date, and now again update my status.
Rajshekar,
Yeah.
Rajshekar, why we have defined the invoice number over here?
Sorry.
Why we have defined the invoice number isn't take from the number sequence?
No, it will not take, because so every time this prepayment invoice, so that they may, so it may differ as per your vendor, or so as per your client, and that's the reason, as per your goods, so that's the reason usually we don't automate this prepayment invoice number or invoice number. If they want, so some number needs to be automated, then we can automate it, so using some so workarounds, or some uh, some customizations. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, clear guys. So now your invoice has been posted, prepayment invoice has been posted. Now what is the process? You have invoiced your prepayment, you made some so prepayment invoice to your suppliers, but you need to make a payment to them, right? Understood guys what I'm saying? See, you just raised the prepayment invoice, but you haven't made a payment to your supplier. Okay, now we'll go ahead and make a payment to my supplier. Vendor payment journal. Okay, so let's take new one. Click on the lines. Okay, so some description, take some vend. Okay, give some amount, 25,000, right? You're making a payment. Here you can select guys, you can just so post and you can settle, but I don't want so post this one and do it, just settle transactions. You have already have you already have your prepayment invoice, right? Just go here, just select whatever your invoice is there. This is your prepayment invoice, right? Select, so that it will pick up automatically. Okay, AED, and give some offset account. Take your bank method also if you want, just give it. Okay, and save this one. Simulate posting. And post this transaction. Okay, now you have made a payment also to your supplier. Now your task is completed. Completed guys. No, your task is not yet completed, because you just, what you have done, you just made a prepayment to your vendors, but so actually you have to receive the goods, and also you have to raise so actual other invoice, so complete invoice, and then you have to pay full payment to them, right? And also goods also you have to receive, right? So what I'll do now, so not this one, right? Which one? 5.9. This is the one. Huh. Fine, this is the one. Okay, so now what you have done in this 10 quantity, okay, so you have made advance payment as 25,000. Okay, then so you have received your goods. Okay, so actually so we can make this payment before we so receive the goods also. Okay, anyways, we receive the goods. Okay, now what we can do, so we can invoice for full amount. Okay, now we have received the goods, and then go ahead and generate the what happened. Current quantity value is ordered quantity, the recommended value product quantity. Do you want to apply the recommended value? Okay, so just say yes or no, so I'll say yes now because I want to apply the full of quantity. Okay, so once I applied the full quantity, you can see here, guys, so system saying one error message or warning message. One or more pending invoices have unapplied paid prepayment invoices available to apply. Use the apply prepayment from to apply prepayment values to the selected invoice. Anyone help me to understand what system is saying? What you understood from this error warning message?
Just we have to apply the prepayment invoice whichever we have done earlier.
Exactly, superb. See guys, so what system is saying, boss, you already made a payment to this supplier, so you have here apply prepayment option. Okay, again, if you just invoice this one completely, okay, then it will be a problem, so then it will be a double payment. Here you have 50,000, you are making a invoice, and you've already made, so 25,000 invoice, then it will become, so 75,000, right? So this is not actually 50,000 you need to invoice. It's actually, so only 25,000 you need to make a payment to your supplier, or, so you need to invoice to your supplier. Here, just click on the apply prepayment. Okay. Just here you have, so apply prepayment option, select this supply, so 25,000 you have made payment to your supplier, right? Okay. So select this one and apply prepayment. Now you can see here there is one more line, where it is a negative line, so which is deducting from your overall invoice. Okay, and now I'll save this one and I'll give my invoice amount. Okay, give some invoice date, save it. Okay, update match product star receipt. So okay, update match status. This passed. I can post this one. Okay, now you have made a payment. Okay, so if you go and see your vendor accounts, sorry, this is the vendor, and go to transactions. You can see here. So what is the first amount you have done? You have raised one, so first you have made some prepayment invoice, right? Some prepayment invoice you have been raised, so here it is. And then what you have done, you have made some prepayment against that prepayment invoice. And then again what you have done, so you have made, so overall invoice, so actual invoice for 50,000 you have made. Now the balance still 25,000, so as so open invoice still there. If you just take only open, you can see only 25,000 as open, right? Right, guys? 25,000 open is there, balance is there, balance in this invoice. This is the actual invoice. And what is the pending amount in this one? Only 25,000. Just a minute, guys. Hello. Hello. Hey, Uday, నేను కాల్లో ఉన్నాను. 5 minutes చేసేదా? Okay. Okay. Now we know, so this 25,000 also we need to make so payment to suppliers, right? What we'll do again, we'll just make a payment to our suppliers. How I can make a payment? Vendor payment journal. Vendor payment journal. Go to here. Vendor. Select your supplier. Also, you can just directly go ahead and take this one. See, guys, so you can check, so in your open items, so if you want to settle it, so for settle transactions, it will appear, so what is there in the open. Okay, you can select it. Okay, and take your offset account and save it and post this one. Not happen. Account number for transaction type exchange rate against does not exist. Not happen. Account number for transaction type exchange rate. Exist report company. Taken only, right? Taken. These kind of errors you should face it, guys. Then only so you can able to fix this one. I'll go here. I'll go to general ledger, journal setup, posting setup, accounts for automatic transaction, exchange rate, gain or loss. Let me get some accounts here. Sometimes I'll tell you, just a moment. Where is exchange rate? I'll take some gain or loss accounts or profit or loss. Okay, then I'll take new. I'll take some error account. Some penny difference also will take. Okay, I'll save it. Okay. Now let me try. If not, so we'll change the vendor.
No, not interested.
Okay, let me simulate now. Same one, no? Account number for transaction type, exchange rate gain, exchange rate gain. Okay, so in other way around, what we'll do in exchange rate types we have, right, currencies, exchange rate types, AED, currencies,
Rashekar, issue might be with the main account. Because there will be a exchange rate gain or loss of main accounts we will be providing, right?
no, it will not be like that. Citibank, just a minute. See what system is saying, exchange rate. Okay, good, no? Actually, no, so these accounts should be required, guys, whenever there is, kind of, okay, again error, huh? Okay, the transaction, actually, no, okay, let me try to post this one, we'll see. Account reported from company accounts, okay. Account number for transaction type. Transaction type. Gain, exchange rate gain does not exist. Okay, so let me, let's not waste our time. Let's take some bank accounts. So the problem is with the amount what we are taking here. Okay, so what I'll do here, I'll not select. See, actually, no, so guys, the problem here is because 25,000 AED we have selected, and so due to some exchange rates will be there, no, so if I take exchange rate, so as 25,000, so when I take to USD currency, my reporting currency is USD currency, right? In that case, so again there will be some differences. Okay. So in that case, so a system will sometimes it will give a kind of error. So if I take, so if I don't select that, invoice, if I give amount directly, okay, so it will pick up. So I'll give some bank only here. See, if I'll take bank only, now it will not give me any error. Let me pause this one. I'll try to settle it through my vendor account, vendor. Here also I think, so I'll get some same issue. We'll see the transactions. Let me take open this 25,000, this one and this one. Let me settle here. Settle transactions. Here also I'll get same measure. We'll see. See, there is an error. Account number for transaction type. Exchange rate gain does not exist. What we'll do at the final, I'll go to my ledger form. Ledger setup, ledger form. I keep my this mostly this works, guys. You know, so if this doesn't work, then I'll check from my end. Okay, I'll save this one. Now let me try to. Okay, this has been settled. Okay, so what has been missed, you know, so some it is asking some gain or loss accounts needs to be defined, you know, so I have defined here. Okay, so I have given, you know, realized gain or loss accounts here. Okay, so that, you know, so system has been picked up. Okay, this will happen, you know, so often, guys, you know, so if you miss, you know, so these kind of errors you should get. Otherwise, you know, so if you configure all these things, you know, in advance, you don't find this kind of errors, and you know, so at the end, you know, so when you come to real-time scenarios, you don't, find out anything. Now you understood, right? What is the error? Understood, guys?
Yes, Rajshekhar.
Yeah, so system was asking, you know, so let me remove this one. If I go ahead and post that, you know, so it was always giving me error. The first one, it was not asked. Why? Because, you know, so there was no differences in the gain or loss accounts, right? You know, so always, you know, so if you change these currencies, you know, you may find, you know, so these kind of, you know, so issues. Okay, so make sure your realized gain or loss account should be there in place. So whenever you get that kind of errors. Okay, so clear, guys, understood what is prepayment and, you know, yeah, how to settle them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, so guys, you know, so there are freshers also in this call. Okay, there are few freshers also. Where is this guys, man? They didn't join that. Okay. Since, you know, so others are there, I'm just giving, you know, so even more brief, guys, you know, so in the Excel level. Okay, just try to understand if you don't understand. Okay, suppose the prepayment, how it works, you know, so in the system level, I'm telling, you can see some, this is my invoice. Okay, this is my invoice and my quantity is some 10 only. I'll give 10 quantity and my price is some 5,000 only. And what is my overall amount? 50,000 is my net amount. Okay, in this, what your vendor or supplier will ask, he asks, you know, so prepayment or advance payment. Or advance payment. Okay, advance payment of how much? Some 50% or some amount he'll ask. Okay, so 25,000 he asked to pay in advance. What you made here? You just made a payment. Okay, here what you will do, you will raise prepayment invoice, you will raise, and 25,000 you will raise an invoice to them. Okay, and then you have to make a payment also, right? 25,000 you have made a payment. Okay, and then so how much is left out here? 25,000 you already made, right? Only 50,000 is there. Now so you will receive the goods from your suppliers. Goods receipt note. Okay, so you have received your goods receipt, and then you have to make a payment, or again you have to raise the invoice for another 25,000. Okay, and what you do here is it your actual invoice. Actual invoice, how it works? Actual invoice, it will work. You're going to raise for 50,000, and you will select your prepayment invoice, and which is 25,000. And then you will invoice this actual one. Actual invoice, this is the actual invoice, so you're going to apply prepayment. You do some apply prepayment, right? When you apply prepayment, this is the actual invoice, right? And then again 25,000 left out here, right? For that again you need to make a payment. Payment of 25,000. Here guys, now if you see here, sorry, amount supposed to be 0, amount should become 0. Amount will become 0 guys here. Okay, you can see here this 25,000 will knock off at the first stage, and that again 25,000 will come here, and so here you are going to apply against your actual invoice, and 25,000 left out, and that 25,000 you will make a payment to your vendor. Okay, clear guys? Yes, no, I need further more explanation.
Yes, Rashika.
It's clear,
Yeah.
Ashok.
Very clear guys, your so invoice is 50,000, and so your supplier asked 25,000 in advance. Okay, you can't directly make a payment. You should have some invoice. What you have done, you have made so some prepayment invoice, and you have made a 25,000 payment to your suppliers. This has been knocked off at the first stage. Okay, and then so when actually you have so when actually invoicing to your supplier, so from 50,000 you are going to deduct this 25,000. That is what we have done here. So we have applied this prepayment, and so 25,000 left out as a balance still you need to make to your suppliers. Okay, that you have made to your supplier. Simple. And you can see here the entry level, how the impact would be. Okay, this is also important guys, so just try to understand, and if you don't understand, you just ask me well in advance, so I'm ready to explain. If you see here all the purchase order level itself, okay, which is this is your purchase order, right? You can see here you have here invoice journals. Okay, just click here, you already invoiced this one. There is two transaction or two journals has been created. One is prepayment journal and other one is your invoice journal. Prepayment journal, if you see the voucher, so your prepayment amount and your prepayment invoice will be there. You can see here vendor balance and against your prepayment, right? And if you want to see the settlement for these transactions also, you can see the transactions you want to, you can click it, or ledger settlement also you can take it. I'll take I'll take transactions first. and then I'll take ledger settlement. Oh, sorry, here only you can see, guys, that's how it's been settled. Okay, here you can see so entire transaction how it's been settled. Okay, initially it will be difficult to see the transaction. You can see this one, so this is your prepayment journal. You have paid to your prepaid prepaid and other expenses. This is the expense or account you have given to your prepayment posting profile, guys. So we saw that posting profiles how it works, right? If you see here, this is bit tricky, but if you understand, this is dead easy, guys. Okay, you can see here, you can see your posting profiles, vendor posting profiles. From here, so this all has been picked up. Again, if you want to separate this one, you can just create your prepayment posting profile account, and then you can do it. That also we can see tomorrow class. Okay, so I wanted to create one more prepayment only. For prepayment only, I want different journals or so different accounts. That also we can see it. Okay. Any doubts here, guys?
No, Rashid.
Yes.
No, Rajshekhar.
Okay. Cool, guys. So why I'm giving this much brief explanation? Because so you shouldn't work as so end user. I'm always telling you guys, you shouldn't think like a end user. You always should so think like a consultant. Okay, you should know the link ups where if you just see this so transaction while seeing only, so from where this calendar date is coming, from where this so invoice number is coming from, there where this voucher is coming from, where this amount is picking. These are all information you should so this should run in your mind, so from where in the background it is picking up. Okay. Okay, so now so we'll see some a written process as well. Okay, suppose there is so guys, you may ask, so Raj, so I have you might tell so there are 10 quantity, and so 5,000 amount is there, and so we have received all the quantity, and so we have made a payment. What happens, suppose in this 10 quantity there are 2 quantities damaged, or so quality is not good. I wanted to return to my supplier. In that case, how I can account this, how I can record in my system. Okay, for that so we do have an option called so return order. Okay, you can so click here itself, and you can create some credit note is not there since you have already invoiced. Okay, so what you can do, you can select new order, same vendor I'll select, and same details I'll pick up. Okay, and here instead of purchase order you have return order. Okay, select the return order. Once you select the return order, it will ask some return management number also. Okay, I'll give some give some number else. Okay, now whatever the item I have selected, I'll select the same item. Okay, and here the quantity level, what I'll do, I'll just give the minus sign, -2. Okay, I'll just give the -2, and what is the price? 5,000. So that 10,000 it's been returned. Okay, so 10,000 negative amount, and so negative quantity, it's been picked up. Okay, same way I'll just process my invoice. I'll just so save it. I'll confirm my purchase order. I'll go to receipt tab. I'll go to receipt list. So okay. I'll go to product receipt. Here I'll give some RTN, return order, some number. Not open. Item amount of specified return action. Okay. Some return action needs to be specified, it seems. Where is this return action? Product. Okay, return action is there. Return action, why these goods are coming, so you need to give some reason, no? So, damaged. I'll save this, so are poor quality. I'll define some. So I'll select any one of the reason why I'm sending back. Okay, and then I'll go here. Okay, then I'll invoice the negative quantity or negative sign. Return invoice and date.
Rajshekhar,
Yes.
you have given a RTN different reference in the previous screen, and you are giving a invoice identification here is different. It doesn't affect anything.
See, this is kind of text, guys, so as per client, so however they want, so this is just for my information, so just for my identification, I just given return order so that it will be easy for me to identify.
Okay, in previous screen you have given RTN 0003 product receipt.
That is receipt note, Seth. That is your goods receipt. That is for inventory related. This is your finance related.
Oh, okay, fine.
That is something related to goods, inventory, and this is related to finance.
Okay, and one more thing, Rajshekhar, here you can see posting date as May 9th and due date is 7th. We haven't given a net terms. How it took as a due date as a 2 days later?
This due date you can change whatever date you want, and also since so we are in practice session, but when we are so client or so client they wanted to so give some term days, so they can specify it here itself. Suppose if the due date would be so 30 days, they can select 30 days.
Okay.
Yeah. Clear?
Yes, Rajshekhar.
Okay, so then update March status. So just cross verify your quantity and so all the figures here, and March status is fast, and post this one. See, this return invoice has been given. Now this has been debit amount, debit balance, where still you can adjust with your vendor invoice. Okay, this is so again your return order. Clear, guys? Any doubts on the returns? Okay, cool then. Okay, so today what we have seen some prepayment postings or prepayment invoices, and some return orders and settlements as well. Okay, and tomorrow we'll cover, so some some what we can see, some charges portion and other stuff we'll see. Okay.
Rajshekhar,
Yeah.
can you, in this screen, there is an option of hide revaluation. Here,
Hide revaluation.
currency revaluation. Here only, upper side, Rajshekhar. After the open items, you have a option hide revaluation. Yeah.
Hide currency revaluation. This is actually not required, guys. If you don't want this transaction to be considered for your revaluation, currency revaluation, okay, you can give it and also hide revaluation. Okay, but this is usually this is not required. If you want some more information related to this option, so you can go to MS Cards. Okay, but usually
Okay,
it's not required. Yeah.
if we have a different reporting currency, then it won't take an automatically revaluation, currency revaluation.
Okay, good question. See, in your transaction level, okay. So there are three types of currencies, guys. So I have explained right in the initial stage. So there are three types of currencies. If you see your ledger form, there are three. So one is accounting currency, and other one is your reporting currency, and third one is your transactional currency. Transactional currency is nothing but your transaction level, whatever the currency you give. In the general ledger, not even general ledger, whatever the transaction you are posting, you can give whatever the currency you want in the world. Okay, whatever the currency you want in the world, you can give some. I'll give some rent expense, or some. I'll give some rent expense only. Rent 1,000. Here I'll take some bank. See, guys, here since I have taken my AED currency, this is my transaction level. So I'm defining this currency. If you see here, there is so let me save this one. So there is so this is your AED currency, and this is your reporting currency, which is your reporting currency as USD, right? These two are clear, and this one is your transactional currency. In revaluation, okay, so not even just so don't go to so even further or more, and here itself you can see so your the transaction level itself, the currency will convert into your reporting currency. Okay, here itself it will gonna convert into your reporting currency. And when
Rajshekhar,
yeah.
here we have selected an offset bank account as euro. It doesn't take into your euro, or it taking to us USD.
Here.
Not here. Here in downside, you say we have offset account name bank account euro.
Right.
Yeah. Is it our the bottom amount, whatever it's showing debit and credit, it's related to euro currency or USD currency? Because
This
we have
is
selected euro bank.
See, if you take this bank account, okay, so this is just GL account. This is not your bank. This is just a GL account. If your bank in Europe or so Europe countries, you can define this account to your Europe banks. Since so I haven't selected any of the bank here. Okay, so this doesn't matter. Okay, whether it is a Euro bank or USD bank account or this is just a GL account. If I take here as bank, and if I take my Citibank, if this bank so will have different account, I'll show you that as well. While we creating this Citibank, we have seen that, right? So we have defined some currency. This is the currency related to my Citibank. And what is the account I have taken here? Main account. What is the main account I have taken here? Some Euro bank account. This is the GL, and here in the ledger level, I have taken this bank account only, right? So if I take this bank account, so my all the balances, though if you select your bank also, the Citibank balances will move to this ledger account, this Euro bank account. This is main GL I'm impacting, guys. Very simple. Okay. Again, so here I have given allow transactions in additional currency, right? Though, so this is my Euro currency of the bank, still I can give, so my USD and my INR also here. Okay, so I have given Euro currency. So still this will get converted into my reporting and my transaction currencies. You can see here, what is my balance is here. 7,000 is my 7,000 euros. I'm paying the rent. Okay, and here you can see AED currency, what it is showing 26,000 AED. And then how much is, so my USD 9,722 as my USD.
Okay.
But revaluation,
It means whatever the GL account we'll select, it doesn't matter. It only shows on the currency what we have selected.
Exactly. So so whatever the account you've been selected, guys, so this is again end user headache, so they are very much aware what account needs to be selected, but what your concentration should be, so how this conversion is happening here. How the conversion is happening? You have selected at the reporting currency, you have selected your Euro currency, and so USD currency and AED currency or accounting currency, which is related to your entity, and this is your reporting currency as USD, which is your group entity currency, and how much it is converted. And foreign currency revaluation, guys, how it works. See, suppose you have invoiced suppose INVs on some number. This you have invoiced some 20,000. Okay, this is so you have so received your invoice from your supplier. So at the date of what is your date? 9th May. Okay, but you're making your payment to your you will get some term days, right? So 30 days, or so your 30 days or 60 days you will get, right? Suppose this month May 30th, I'm making a payment against this invoice. Okay, this is a payment. In this payment, still you made 20,000 only, but due to 20,000 only, 20,000 euros, and here again 20,000 euros only you are paying. But currency conversion rate, when you so suppose here, just take your invoice has been done in some USD. Here you wanted to make a payment in euro. In this case, the conversion rate would be, so there will be a changed, right? When you have, so making a payment to your supplier, there will be some difference. There is also a time span of almost like 21 days. In 21 days, there will be a currency conversion. There will be, so suppose euro to USD 0.26, right? And so when you just making a payment, this was supposed to be 0.2, 0.28, 28 or 29 or 30 would be. In this case, so there will be some differences, right? There will be some differences in your payment, though you are making 20,000 only, but currency level there will be some difference. You will be, so gain or loss, guys, so very best example. Now we are settling your payment, so system not accepted. Why? Because when there is so currency fluctuations, boss, so you should have some accounts in your ledger. You should have some accounts to here. You should have some accounts to push this balances. These kind of differences should push to your realized gain or loss accounts. That's the reason system not allow me to settle the transaction, because so if there is any currency revaluation or currency differences, it has to push to my difference accounts, realized gain or loss accounts. Okay, that's the reason so this realized so this foreign currency revaluations in place in the system. Okay, understood.
Yes, Rashika.
Okay, great. Any further questions, guys? Okay. Thank you, guys. I have already taken so 15 more minutes extra. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your time. So we'll connect tomorrow same time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rashikar. Bye.
Thanks, Shikhar. Bye-bye.
Yeah.